Another round of No Kings protests is happening today across the country, with organizers expecting a big turnout, Whitney.
That includes here in Arizona, where several rallies are scheduled around the state, including one in downtown Phoenix a little bit later today. You're seeing some footage from some previous rallies in the past. Now, organizers are saying that they're doing this because they're fighting what they're calling authoritarian actions against President Donald Trump. Authorities here in Phoenix are asking everyone to stay mindful of traffic near these demonstrations, also to stay hydrated. We did get an email from the organizers of the one that's going to be later today in downtown Phoenix. They are calling everyone to be, nonviolent and peaceful. We haven't heard from President Donald Trump this morning. I just checked some of his social medias, but we know in the past he's called these protests ineffective, so unclear if the administration will comment specifically on the No Kings protests happening, again, not just in Arizona, but also across the country.